Benjamin Betts.
It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby.
You know what's up? Yes, Benjamin Betts, baby. Well, when you hear that song, you know what it means. It's Benjamin Betts. Today, as we are doing every day, we're raising money for charity by placing bets. And Cory, I'm ready to make some money.
You ready to rumble? I am beyond excited. I'm ready to go.
Cory and I are pretty hyped. We had our fantasy draft that we've been doing for the same core group of people for about 15 years now.
We're old.
That was last night. And I think in that excitement, we said, you know what? We're going to do NBA futures today, but let's switch over to week 1 of the NFL, because if Kyrie is any example, the NBA is just too volatile right now. Yep. And we want to see how some things play out. And as we get closer to the NBA season, then we'll do some futures.
Agreed. Yeah, we'll get back to the NBA, we promise. But we're a little far away right now. 2 months away. There's a lot of things that can happen. The Blazers can still make that big trade, that we've been talking about. KD, he says he's cool in Brooklyn now. He may not be. So we're just going to hold off.
I like that. I think we give our chance, because I know there's going to be some outrageous Portland Trail Blazers bet coming through for our futures. So we got to give them the best chance possible.
It may be its own show. We'll see. How many rebounds?
Disillusioned Blazers fans. It'd be a great podcast.
We're going deep dive. I'm like, over under 5.5 rebounds for Jeremy Grant to average through the season.
Stop.
We're going.
All of the viewership is just going to be these poor, sad little northwestern towns. No.
It'll be them and all the betting sharks, because they're like, oh yeah, this is money. This is easy here. We ride with this kid.
I'll let that be a solo ride for you. But today we're talking about Week 1 NFL. I'm curious what is interesting, because there's a lot of interesting storylines Week 1, a lot of potential like Super Bowl matchups even.
That's true.
Not that our futures are bet on any of these matchups.
No, they're not.
But what's interesting to you? I say we start just like, classic winners, then we can go into some saucier prop bets. But what are you looking at Week 1? What looks engaging to you?
Can I start with just a little bit of both of those things?
Please.
I had this pulled up right now. I think this is a good start to it. So like, obviously we have $100 we're spreading around. Might be $10 bets, might be $20 bets, but that's our maximum. So that's just as a preference again to everybody. This first one, I'm looking at Cincinnati at home against Pittsburgh. So there's always that Super Bowl hangover, right? The team that loses sometimes doesn't come back ready to go. Okay. So you got Cincinnati, you got Pittsburgh. We talked about this last time. If I had to have a game and I was like, man, I need somebody to get my team motivated. I need a best. I mean, Mike Tomlin's got to be on that list, pretty high up there. The man's never had never had a losing season. That's crazy. So 6.5 is the line right now. Plus 6.5 Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh goes in there and wins that game. And so I kind of agree with you. I think the Bengals offense is young, and they kind of surprised a lot of folks last year. But nobody's sitting around wondering what Jamar Chase can do anymore. They do have a good defense, Cincinnati. But I'm in agreement with you on this. I like the Steelers with something to prove. I kind of like the Steelers with something to prove. I know their quarterback situation's a little shaky. I think Trubisky's going out there, but I think he's going to do his best Josh Allen impression. He's going to run around. He's a larger guy. He can throw the ball a little bit. I know his Chicago days were bad, but I just don't think Cincinnati, the defense isn't what's scaring me there, right? It's this Burrow, Chase. I had Chase on my fantasy team last year. He was a little boomer bust for me. He had huge games, and then he would be like, 5 catches for 25 yards. And not really like that. But so I don't know. Besides that, Joe Mixon was great last year as well. But I don't know, Jared. I think we take money line here, plus 220. Pittsburgh. We throw a little $10 down on it.
That's tough, man. It is an away game, But I'm with you for 10. Like if you're saying Pittsburgh week 1, something to prove, Super Bowl hangover, I agree. I'm not saying that the Bengals won't make the playoffs. I think they have a great quarterback, and Burrow has some determination. But week 1, yeah, give me Wiley Tomlin coming out and busting folks up the way that Pittsburgh does.
That's what they do, baby. They going into Cincinnati. Let's go. All right, boom. First one in the barrel. In the cannon. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna take you close to home for me for this second one. All right. I want you to come out to old Nashville. Let us take you to the Grand Ole Opry. You know, because this game is kind of like the big city New York coming down to Titans. There ain't no way in hell this game is going over 43.5 points. There is no way. There is no firepower on either of these teams, and it's just not happening, man. Like Tennessee loses Brown to the Eagles. Yep. I was at a preseason game this week. There ain't nobody to throw the ball to. It's not happening out here in Tennessee.
You went to a preseason game?
Yeah, I went out. We went and saw the Cardinals were visiting, and we went and saw a preseason game.
Oh, you had a little bit of insight before our draft last night.
Oh yeah, I was scouting.
A little bit of. Oh, my gosh.
I didn't pick up a player from either team. That was my scouting report. I'm avoiding both of those teams like the plague. But I know Saquon's healthy. You got Daniel Jones another year in. But I don't believe in either of these teams this year. So give me the under 43.5.
We putting 10 on that?
Yeah, give me 10 on that because, I mean, maybe they're rusty. Maybe the defenses are rusty, but I trust the Tennessee Titans defense way more than the offense this year.
Can I pitch you on $20 for that? I like it.
Oh, you can pitch me on that all day, Big Daddy. I'm in.
I think you are spot on. I think this is a case, and it's always like, how do you want to look at it, right? It's like, do I look at it, they have bad defenses, so the offenses are just going to score? Or is it, these offenses are just not very good, so it's just going to be like two... Humping a doorknob. I don't know if you can say that. So,
yeah, you can't say that anymore.
We can't say that anymore. But, you know, so I take that. I think Derrick Henry's good for 14 or 12 points in this game. He's probably 2 touchdowns. And then I don't know where the other 30 points are coming from. So
I just don't either. And I think now teams are going to stack the box now because you're not looking at a true number 1 in Tennessee. The field is wide open, and so I wonder if Henry even has a worse year because there isn't a big pass game that we know of in Nashville.
Sure.
So give me 20 on that all day, baby. Give me the under.
Man, I wish there was I have a feeling, I can't bet it yet right now, something 20 to 13 just feels right, or like 17-13.
Absolutely,
something in there. If I could do a direct bet on the score, probably when we get a little closer. That just feels right to me.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like that.
Tennessee's got a new punter with a rocket leg. It's just gonna be pin. It's gonna be old school football on the 11th in Nashville. Let's go.
Oh, I love it. Okay, all right. So. This is going to take me now to, where did I go? I made a little note of it. Now I lost it. Oh, here we go. I don't know. Maybe I have an AFC North thing going right now, but are you looking at the lines right now? Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, don't look at this one.
Okay.
Unless you already looked at it.
I'm not looking at it.
Ravens. Did you look at this? Did you look
I haven't
at the
seen
line?
this one yet.
Ravens at New York. The Jets.
At the Jets. What
would you say the line should be? Baltimore Ravens at the New York Jets.
Jets get 14.5 is what I would say.
14. If I told you it was 6.5, what would you do there?
I'd bet my house on the Ravens.
With Baltimore, baby, $20. Give me 20.
Are the bookies listening to Mike Greenberg in the morning? Like 6.5. What in the world?
Yeah, and I don't is Zach Wilson. I don't even know if he's playing because remember he got hurt in the preseason
I think they're saying he was going to be. It may be a game time decision on that, but
dude, you know what's even better? I think isn't the backup Flacco? Is he?
It is. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. They are starting Flacco.
Oh.
Because it is a versus your old team type of story.
Oh yeah.
So they are starting Flacco, and 6.5. Like lock that in now before they throw a 1 or a 2 in front of that before it gets going.
1 or a 2.
Or a 0 at the end. It doesn't matter.
Well, something. Yeah, it is it. Man, if we don't win on that one, we're packing it up. So okay, that's okay. So right now, just a quick recap, and I'll let you go or let you pick one. So we got Pittsburgh, outright winner, money line. That's a little dangerous, but we'll see. $10. We got New York Jets at Tennessee Titans under 43.5 points. Very solid.
Giants.
What did I say? The Yankees? No, the New York
Giants.
Yeah,
we're all in on New York. You said the Jets.
The Jets. We're just all New York. New York Jets at Tennessee Titans. $20 on that. And then Baltimore Ravens.
New York Giants.
What did I say? The Jets?
You said the Jets again.
The New York Knicks at Tennessee. The New York Giants at Tennessee. I promise I haven't been drinking. It's so early right now.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
And then Baltimore -6.5. We got $20 on that. So this week, so Jared, absolutely. we have 50 spent so far.
Okay, I want you to pick this next thing I have special for you. I want you to pick. We're only going to do one of these games, okay? Because there's 2 really intriguing quarterback situation games this week. And one of them I know is close to your heart. So if you want to pick that, you can pick that. If you want to avoid that, you want to avoid that.
Okay.
But you have Russ with Denver going to Seattle.
Yeah.
And then you also have a very interesting situation where you have the Browns traveling to Carolina, where their boy Baker is now.
Interesting. Okay.
So I kind of like some of the drama there. Honestly, I feel like, the Cleveland Panthers is more like a AAA baseball team type of game, because I feel like both of those teams are just going to be bad.
At least for the first.
But the more intriguing storyline in my book is that late night, I think it's a Sunday night game where Russ has to go back to the team that he built.
Yeah, Monday night.
If we're betting on our futures, and just destroys them.
I know. I mean, in my book, in the book that I have, the big book, it's. I just want that one win, and then we can go the next 16 games and lose. So if Seattle can just be 1-17, and we get the first pick in the draft, but we win this game, I'll take it. However, I mean, it's +6.5. I mean, that's.
I'm trying to find if there's a how long, like over or under how long the booze will last.
How long the booze will last.
Kind of like in the Super Bowl when they bet on how long the national anthem will take. I would take a great over bet, because the 12th man of Seattle is relentless. But maybe they cheer. I don't know.
My feeling is that they'll cheer just because of the history. And the way it happened was kind of like, I think maybe the fan base, we would say he wasn't getting the support he needed. And even though it was a trade, he asked for that trade as well. So, like, It wasn't just like, oh, it happened out of the blue. Like, he wanted that. He was sending out his teams and blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. I mean, part of me wants him to lose very badly, so I guess I would boo him. If it were me, I would boo him. But I don't know, man. Maybe those people, the people that go to every game, they're season ticket holders that have seen it. I don't know. I don't know how to bet that.
It's too close to your heart. Let's focus more on the other game, because I think we can make a good bet that will win some money for charity.
Well,
at this Panthers game.
Well, then, okay, you take Carolina and you have Cleveland. Cleveland's, in my opinion, pretty solid all around, except for the quarterback spot right now, right? Because they kind of went all in on Watson. They're only 2.5 point underdogs. Like they're actually not favored to win this game. And I mean, Jacoby Brissett is not a scrub. This isn't a rookie. This isn't a
no.
You know, he played really well in Indy when he had that year to start. I don't know who Carolina has thrown out there besides McCaffrey, and he can't play offense and defense. And if he did, he'd probably get injured really quickly. So I don't know, Jared. I'm thinking Cleveland Browns straight up win. I'm thinking money line on this one.
I kind of like that too. If I am a defensive player on the Cleveland Browns, I cannot wait to hit Baker Mayfield.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
yes.
All those practices with the red shirt on where you can't touch him.
Oh yeah.
Man, I would even go to like a replacements play where I just had everybody lay him out on the first play, even if I got suspended for the game. Like I would just dogpile him and just smack him around. Just could not wait to get my hands on this idiot.
So wouldn't that be like all the Cleveland players would call Carolina offensive line to say, hey, can you guys let us through on just this one play real quick?
Yeah.
Just so we can destroy him. And then we'll get back to the game.
Just one play to let him through. And I mean, because I would be hungry because I'm sitting there as a Cleveland Browns like last year, and I'm sitting like, okay, you're supposed to be this legendary offense with the talent that we have.
Yeah.
We're holding up our end of the bargain, but our quarterback just isn't getting the job done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like so I'm with you. Give me Cleveland, give me money line.
Okay.
You even want to give Carolina some points. I think Cleveland's pissed and hungry, and I agree with you. I think Jacoby Brissett, especially with Amari Cooper in town now, can get the job done.
What you want to get? You want to give Cleveland more so maybe
no, I'm good with the money line. I'm just saying, like, I think they're
Oh.
mad enough. Like, if you wanted to tease it in the opposite way, you could, and I would take it because I think Baker Mayfield did them dirty in terms of his performance while he was in Cleveland.
Okay, got you. All right, well, we got Cleveland here. We're going to put 10 on it. We can do 10?
All right.
Okay, we'll do 10. So where are we at here? We have 60 spent. I want to save 20 for the end. Okay. I got a little something for you. Okay, so let's see. My turn. Let's go back to
Let's do some player props.
Let's do some players. Okay, let me see here. I was trying to. What if we do the game bets and then maybe next week we do some player bets?
I like that.
Because then they'll have those up. Okay, so that's what we'll do, listeners. We're gonna do player bets next week. Okay, hold on. Okay, I had another one lined up. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm gonna say these two. I'm gonna say this matchup. You just tell me what comes to mind. Not like the line or anything. You just tell me what comes to mind. Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Dallas Cowboys.
Ugh.
What are you thinking? What?
I'm thinking Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. It's a trap. That's what I'm thinking. Like I did not want to get near that game or the Buffalo Bills Rams game.
Wow.
Because it just honestly, it feels like a coin toss. Because what does Dallas always do? They'll show up and win like one of their big first 3 games, and then the idiot Dallas Nation, or I'm sorry, America's team, not just Dallas Nation, America's team, just gets really, really excited.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady just has me kind of wondering. Like I don't feel like his personal life is in order, and that probably is going to affect his psyche. And you need Tom Brady locked in at 45 years old to perform.
Sure.
So what is that game? It's a trap.
Okay.
It's 100% a trap. Like I would more lean towards something favoring Dallas in that game, just because it scares me. Like I kind of like the Grinch song. I wouldn't touch that with like an 11.5-foot pole. It's terrifying to me.
Jeez, we're staying away. Okay, all right. I mean, we don't have to touch it. We can look at it.
I know we picked the Steelers, but that feels like gambling, Cory.
Does that feel like gambling? I mean, I was just like, the Bucks feel like they should win that game. Like that, I don't even know if that's close. I mean, maybe it's close. No.
Offensive line of Tampa. So like that coupled with like Brady, who, I want to believe is like MJ and can just show up and put all of the personal stuff aside and just ball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I think he can. I know the people out there, the world is going to keep saying, hey, he's going to break down, because eventually it will happen. And then they'll be like, see, we told you. I just don't know if that's yet. Like, I don't know if I've seen enough to think this is the season. And he's going to go in and struggle against the mighty Dallas Cowboys defense. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, it's a much improved defense in Dallas. I will give them that. They've got a lot of studs on that team that I think individually raise the level. Okay. But honestly, someone said this last night in our fantasy draft. I do think Tom Brady was out cloning himself. I think that's a very legitimate. And so, are we getting original Tom? Are we getting Tom 2?
Sure.
Like who's throwing the ball?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm with you. Okay. We can stay away. I can throw another one at you.
Yeah. Hit me with another one. That game scares me.
New England at Miami.
Oh my gosh. At Miami. Okay. I'm going to bring this up. You and I have talked about this before, and it's still hot right now, no matter where you are at in the country. Miami will win just because of the weather. Hands down. People talk all the time about going to Denver, going to these high elevation cities, and how those guys have an advantage because, it's harder to breathe. You're working your lungs more if you're a team that's at a lower elevation. People do not talk enough about playing in the, 250% humidity down in South Beach. Like it just is. And New England is a cold weather team. I wouldn't want to face them later in the season. You don't want to go to Miami at the beginning of September. The mosquitoes alone will win the game for Miami. So give me whatever you want on Miami. I'll take it.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put $10 on Miami. Okay.
We're doing money line, or are you taking the spread?
We're gonna take the spread. It's 2.5. So I feel good about a field goal win in that game. If worst case scenario, I don't see that being a 1-point, 2-point game. I think it's either we're wrong and Bill Belichick does his old, shuts them out and they win 20-0 or something. Or I think Miami squeaks it out by 3 or more. I like 2.5. I think we get a little bit more juice. Minus 2.5 is minus 132. The money line's 168. So let's put a little bit more.
I'm with it.
You know what I mean?
I'll take it. I'll take the spread all day.
Okay, so let's recap, and then I think this is going to work. So Pittsburgh, $10. New York Giants at Tennessee Titans under 43.5 points. That's $20.
Yep.
Ravens minus 6.5, $20. Cleveland Browns outright winner against Carolina, $10. And Miami minus 2.5. We have $10. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. You pick this next one for $10. And then I have something for you for the remaining 20.
Ooh, you got a saucy little parlay coming
my way.
I
got a little something. You go next.
Okay, let's see. Where do I want to take this? We talked a little bit about this, so I want to throw it to you because I'm a little biased.
Okay.
You've got New Orleans at Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Yep.
New Orleans. You have Jameis Winston back from injury. Their defense is rated in the top 3, top 5 in the league right now.
Yeah.
And then you have this kind of up-and-coming Falcons team. No more Matt Ryan.
Yep.
The line is Saints minus 5.5.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how you feel about that.
I think, who said this? Oh, this was in that one video we used to watch. Randy Moss said, throw the ball deep, take the top off the defense. Throw the ball deep, take the top off the defense. And I think the Saints are gonna throw the ball deep to everybody and take the top off the defense. I don't think
it's a deep receiving. Really close your eyes and throw the ball in New Orleans.
Yeah. No,
Drew Brees is pissed right now.
He's pissed.
He's so pissed.
If Michael Thomas actually comes back, which I don't know all the deets there. But, man, if he does, they got a team. And Jameis, yeah, he can just chuck it. Atlanta's going to be marching out there. They'll be motivated in week 1 like every team is. But let's be honest. By halftime, they're going to be like, Arthur Blank's coming down there. Okay, guys, first pick in the draft. Like, they're going to be checking the Seahawks score because they're like, we got to lose. We got to keep pace with them. So I think New Orleans throws a little Mardi Gras party on this game. If this had the ability, and maybe we go back later, I can't add points, but I would add. Maybe we could do something. Okay. Let's go. Let's take the 5.5. That it is.
Yeah, I take the 5. I think that's good
for 10.
I like that a lot. Atlanta is, one of those bottom tier teams right now. I don't think they're going to be like the Bengals and have all of their young talent surprise us.
Agreed.
It is in Atlanta. Crazy things happen in Hotlanta, but give me the Saints. I think the Saints could win the division too. So I mean 5.5. Yeah, give me 5.5.
Did we have that? I feel like we had that.
Yeah, I think that was a part of we were talking about that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I thought. Well, I'd have to go back and look, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Okay. We have $80 thrown around.
Can't wait to hear what you say right here.
We have. I'll say it one more time. I've said it 19 times. Pittsburgh outright win. New York Giants, Tennessee under 43.5. Ravens minus 6.5. Cleveland outright win. Miami minus 2.5. New Orleans minus 5.5. I feel very confident on all of these outside of Pittsburgh. That's my only one. I know I was the one that said
That's
it.
your gamble.
Let's do a 6-leg parlay.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting plus 8,288. So I say we put a little $10 on that. That wins us $800. And let's just see, Jared. I feel like we could win all these.
Let's go.
I think this
but that still leaves us another $10. I thought we had 20 left.
Oh, it does leave us $10. But I just wanted to make sure you were okay with this parlay, this big one.
I'm always, you know what? This show is not 100% statistically driven. We're not pouring deep into the data always. So you got to gamble a little. Like, give me that 6-leg parlay, baby. I'll hit that all day.
Let's do it all day. We just got the gut feeling. I feel good about it. I feel good. Mammy.
All right, what do you got wrapping up this episode? I see that little smile in the corner of your face there. What do you got coming?
So last year, and this was more NBA, but there was some towards the last of the NFL season. I just was doing. I like to treat this. I know you just said we're gambling. I like to treat this like it's a skill game, Jared. This isn't gambling what I'm about to do. This is a skill game. This is a job. So we're gonna do a little 2-team parlay, and we're gonna throw some points on it to make it even money. So we're gonna do a tease.
So you're teasing it out a little bit.
We're gonna do a tease. I'm gonna let you pick one, and I'm gonna pick one. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Now we can do, if you liked one of the other bets we've already made, we can do that. Because there's one that I'm going to pick that was a part of the other one, that our first round, and we're gonna tease them down a little bit, and it's gonna make this even. Like, I would suggest you get the mortgage, put the mortgage payment aside, and put it on this. So my first one, I'm going back to Baltimore. We're gonna see what the tease could be, but like in case all the starters get hurt, I still think Baltimore could probably win that game by 3. So I'm gonna throw Baltimore into one of my 2-team teases.
Okay.
For our 2-team parlay we're gonna do. So that's mine. What would be yours?
Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Let me look. Maybe something that I'm not super confident about. And I can tease either way.
Yes, that's correct. You can. Because we're bringing this down to even money. That's what makes this a little different. People like the parlays because they get plus 8,000 odds. That's not the goal here. We're bringing this to even money. Okay, when we're going to tease it down.
If you gave me, this is going to be a hot take for you. If you gave me 4 more points on the San Francisco Chicago game, like if you gave me, right now it's Chicago plus 6.5.
Okay.
If you gave me 4 more points, put that game at 10.5. If I got Chicago plus 4 more, so Chicago plus 10.5 at Chicago, I'd be tempted to take that.
Okay.
I just think Justin Fields is going to be a really great QB. He's looked decent in the preseason. I just heard, everyone's talking this morning that, Garoppolo's taking a 1-year deal, sitting behind Trey Lance, and I don't fully believe. I believe more in Justin Fields than I do in Trey Lance, even though clearly the San Francisco team is better than the Bears. But you give me 10.5, first game, hungry Justin Fields, unproven Trey Lance. Let's go.
Go. Okay. Please don't get up from your seat and run to the bank and to the ATM after I say this. You got to promise me you're not going to go to the bank and pull out more money when I tell you this. We're going to get Baltimore -2 and Chicago Bears +11.
Okay.
And that's our even money. Our odds would be +100. So $10 in, $10 out.
Man, I like that.
I would we haven't talked much about our personal lives and what we do. You and I own a few businesses. I would, Jared, let's empty the bank accounts. Let's put it on this game. Let's put it. This is not gonna. This won't lose. This 2 team that Baltimore -2. You could put Harbaugh out there playing quarterback. They'll win by 3. I mean, and then the Bears +11. That's a lot of points. I think Justin Fields. I think he will do a good job. I think he'll keep them close. +11 at home. I mean, Jared, this is solid. Do we need to go Do we need to go wrangle up our friends? We're money on it. No.
I need 10 grand from everybody. I guarantee you'll get it back.
Guarantee. Like I said, this what we're doing right here. This is not betting. This is not gambling. This is how this is how you pay the bills right here. This is how you pay the bills. We're doing plus.
Oh my gosh, you're like taking me back to like watching 21 and Kevin Spacey is like, this is not gambling. It's mathematical. Like we have a formula, we stay in our boundaries, and we win. That's what I hear you saying right now. Yeah. Even though I don't think you want to be compared to Kevin Spacey.
Not to Kevin Spacey. There was a time when I was like, man, House of Cards is such a good show, and then it was super hard to watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cringy.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but for the sake of the show, we have $10 left. That's all we're going to put on this. But we're going to keep stats. I think all of our other bets, we're obviously going to let you know how we're doing every week. But I think, Jared, these 2-team parlay, we tease the points. I think we roll this to NBA. I think I think we keep track of these. Because this is what I've always.
Well, I think we keep track of everything.
Well,
and I'm more than happy, and I'll do that, and we'll open up our episodes with a report. A little talk through, a little run back of the previous week. Got to do that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that'll probably force us into some bigger bets just for time's sake moving forward.
I agree.
But absolutely no. I'm very excited about this. I know you had a lot of success near the end of the season with those 2-team NBA teased parlays. And we will see how it plays out.
I just want the average Joe to feel like they can quit their job and do this for a living. And this is where you can just, what's your monthly expenses in your household? Okay, $2,000 and this and this and this. And my mortgage is, $1,200 and my car payment's $3,000. All in, I need about $5,000 to make my family feel, like we're doing our normal thing. Bet it on this. Every week, just bet it on this. Put about $1,200 down each week, and you're good. And then imagine what you could do with the rest of your time. Go learn how to underwater basket weave. Whatever, because you're good here. Now we're not the other part of it. We're a little gambling. This part, this is your job. That's my.
All I can hear right now is the clicks on Indeed.com for counselors. That's all I can hear. There's just 5 more job openings just went open for counselors.
Because people
and that's all I've heard.
One might have been my wife. So, I love it. It's all about the Benjamins, Jared. The Benjamins, baby.
It is Benjamin bets. Another 100 going out this week. I just can't wait. Like I struggle every summer. I've said this before. I'm not a baseball fan.
Yeah.
Got to go to a Red Sox game last week at Fenway.
Yeah.
And that was actually a lot of fun. That's a really cool place, and I enjoyed being there. But just not a big fan of the sport. So anytime like college football this weekend, some really big games.
Yeah.
I am pumped. I'm so pumped. I cannot wait. Fantasy football is back. long time coming on this podcast, and I'm just hoping that these things can hit and that we can get some money out to charity where it really matters.
Yep. The charities are going to be all about, they're going to be huge Ravens and Chicago Bears fans. I just feel it.
Yeah.
Whatever charity's going down, they're going to be all in. So
we haven't even discussed the fact that maybe nonprofits don't want the winnings from gambling opportunities, but that's a story for another time.
Jared, they want that money. They'll take it. Maybe in an envelope slid under the door every day, but no.
It's a vicious circle we're creating. I'm unhappy because I eat, and I'm eat because I'm unhappy.
Maybe we'll get Fat Bastard on here.
Yeah, that's what it feels like we're doing. It's like, let's promote gambling so we can help nonprofits. It's like, wait a minute.
Why do I feel like, like you keep your money, you keep your mojo. I just want your Ravens bet and Chicago Bears, 2-leg team. Yo, baby.
Yeah, our futures are definitely biasing us, but we stayed away from the Packers. I did enough of that in my fantasy team, and we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, next week we'll check in on some prop bets for players, because I think at the time that we won't have seen the first game. So we'll probably wait 2 weeks out on the podcast to see how all of those things hit together.
Sure. That makes sense. I like that. Okay. All right, bud. Appreciate the time. Always good throwing some Benjamins around. One Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin.
Benjamin. Maybe we'll get to when there's multiple Benjamins, but right now there's just one.
That's true. And it's just a great denomination of U.S. currency. There's nothing really. It's like that. Yeah, you want to throw out 100 there. That's what you want. And that's what we do. That's what we do here weekly. But for Cory and Jared, this has been Benjamin Bets. We'll see you guys next week.
Adios.
Yeah.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Mike.
And we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.